It's okay to desire multiple six figures in your business. No, you are not a failure if you haven't reached it yet. And if you are struggling with detaching yourself from that belief, then today's video is for you. When you are someone who has left a traditional career that you had acquired some level of success, or maybe it helped you to elevate your understanding of the potential of money into your business as a solopreneur, and you haven't yet replicated those results, it can really mess with your head. At least that's been my experience. I know a part of my story that I led with for a very long time was the very first quantum leap that I really took in my life. Doubled, almost tripled my income in a matter of 2 years. I have to do another quantum leap, and because I did it before, I'm like, why can't I do it again? Space. Typically when we talk about quantum leaping, we often hear that and we think about 6 figures or more as a success metric in your business. And even if that's not your desire, you have to be really protective of your actual desire, because the ego flex of your peers or people in this industry of entrepreneurship can really influence you to think that that is your desire. So I'm not telling you that it's what you should aim for. My intention is to really help you to see how to detach yourself from outcomes that are outside of your control. When we start to really pursue these outcomes and allow our self-concept and our belief of who we are to run adjacent, our confidence in ourselves to run a parallel to the success of these factors we have no control of, it's really easy to lose sight of our purpose, or we detach from the intuitive pull that informs our desires and our insight into what to do next. We push and force results. I talked about that in this video, where I talked about how you can really put yourself in a situation where you're following methods that really don't align with this version of your life, and maybe the fact that you are influenced by something you don't really want, or so hyper focused on an outcome that you can't control, you start to behave that way. It can give you tunnel vision and ultimately make you lose sight of the things that really are your priorities in life and business. Let me know if I'm reaching the right person. If this is for you, then let me know in the comments this video is being received. When I decided that I wanted to quantum leap again, I really couldn't make sense of why I wasn't reaching my goals when I've done it before. It wasn't making sense to me because I have more experience. I have more clarity in my vision than ever before. What was it about that one that led to these exponential results? Because when I really look at that one, I didn't just have financial success. I truly had success where I wasn't just getting results. I was thriving on all fronts: my health, my fitness, relationships, career, all of it, just thriving. But here's what I decided to do this time around. I started to question my methods and my motives. I really prayed for God to remove me from performative faith and success. We're human, having human experiences that can sometimes influence what we think is possible. So I also pray for God to help me to work through and not make decisions from my ego or from pain. And completely honest with you about the struggle of focusing on things that aren't really aligned with your values. I talked about values and anchoring in your values in the last video. The thing with inflation and kids and social media and so many things that we don't have control of. I'm an older millennial and you have 6 parents that you're worried about all the time. There's so many things that can make it really difficult to find joy. Like, joy truly can be this really elusive thing these days. It feels so much harder sometimes to find it than before. What I know for sure is I wasn't making it easier for myself when joy and confidence were contingent upon these external factors like a 6-figure income that I hadn't reached yet. The outcomes that I don't have control over, if they're God's will, they're gonna happen on God's timing, right? So I'm not worried about those. As long as I show up and do my part, they will happen. I'll give you this if it helps you, because this level of discernment is what really helped me to see my goals and my goal setting journey differently. If anyone challenges you as you pursue the way you shift your priorities and your focus in your day-to-day, if they're challenging you, chances are they may have produced the fruit, but maybe it's fruit you don't even desire. So just be discerning of who has your ear in your influence. In pursuit of holistic success and confidence, I want to give you a few things to focus on that aren't 6-figure income, but instead 6-figure targets that you can aim for that's probably going to get you a greater feeling of success and joy that you've been looking for. The first one is 100,000 exposures. I'm going to start with this because I'm talking primarily to small business owners and solopreneurs, and faith without work is dead. So we have to make sure that you are actually doing the work to ensure the inevitable success of whatever it is that you want. You gotta do your part, right? And if you want people to work with you and hire you and pay you, you gotta help them find you and know who you are. So why not aim for 100,000 media views or social media impressions, leads, email list subscribers? What little big action can you take to get you in front of 100,000 people in some capacity over a period of time, of course? 100,000 steps. Holistic success for me is the mind, the body, the spirit, all inclusive. And because my life is so loud, I find a lot of problem solving for me occurs when I'm moving my body, when I move from my mind to my body and I put that energy there. And my belief is this, my friend: no goal is worth the cost of your health. And when you're sitting in front of a camera, in front of a laptop all day long, you're focusing in one direction and deteriorating in other. So definitely want to make sure that you aim to move. Park further away, take 15 minutes every single day and just commit to 15 minutes to walk. I love walking meetings where I'm just talking and walking, or I love meeting complete strangers and disarm their fear of becoming my friend or getting to know me by inviting them to go for a walk. And this is one way I build relationships in real life and also move my body. So aim to reach 100,000 steps and see how much of a difference that's gonna make in your life. The third one is a big one: 100,000 blessings. Somehow we have gotten used to, if you're a believer, to thinking that when we pray for miracles, that God only works in these big, grand miracles. This has really helped me because we overlook how God is always working in the background. Always. He is in the details. He is creating those small, tiny miracles that often translate into links, into chains that translate into a chain of events that are worthy of pulling in that big miracle to you that you've been praying for. And when you look back at that link or chain of events from the last miracle you had, I know if you challenge yourself to look at this 100,000 blessings, you're not just going to see the miracles, the big and small miracles. You're going to see failures, setbacks, disappointments, heartbreaks, lessons learned. All of these are linked to one long chain of events, and they were all connected and necessary for you to get to that miracle and that blessing that you've been praying for. Shift your approach and aim to count your blessings every single day until you get to 100,000 of them. That can be recurring ones, right? Or it could be these one-off blessings, but I promise you, you're gonna see a shift in how you navigate goals. So today's video was a little bit longer, and I hope it helps you to share 3 targets to aim for instead of 6 figures. If you're struggling, let me know in the comments if any of this resonated with you. Make sure to watch the next video. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so that you can know when more content like this is posted. Thank you for watching, my friend.